O Canada, the once proud Titan of the North, how art thou brought low? Beneath the tattered banner of the maple leaf, a nation crumbles, not with the thunder of battle, but with the insidious whimper of surrender. Last night's election, a grim requiem for a fading dream, saw Mark Carney's Liberals slink to a fourth term. Their minority government, a hollow jest. Don't be fooled by that feeble label. The NDP and Greens, those fawning acolytes of progressive lunacy, scramble to prop up this tottering throne, granting Carney a de facto scepter to wield 4 more years of devastation, atop a decade of liberal decay. Behold, the twilight of a dominion, as low-information voters, boomers mostly, too lazy to question their ballot, shuffle us blindly into the abyss. This land, once a tapestry of rugged liberty, now frays like a pauper's cloak. From the windswept prairies to the rocky shores of Newfoundland, the soul of Canada withers. In Alberta and Saskatchewan, the West roars with defiance, their separatist cries no longer whispers but a clarion call. They're done. Done with Ottawa's grasping claws, done with the bleeding of their oil and gas to feed a nation that scorns them. Mark my words, if the West breaks free, and they stand on the precipice, the lifeblood of transfer payments will dry up. Quebec, fattened on federal largesse, will find its coffers empty and its old sovereignty dreams stirring. The Confederation, that fragile mosaic, will shatter into jagged shards, and the Canada of our fathers' songs will be a ghost in the chronicles of history. Who architects this calamity? Mark Carney, the globalist alchemist with his echo-zealot chorus in the NDP and Greens. Their net zero crusade is no mere policy. It's a death knell for a nation's vigor. They would dismantle our energy sector, the pulsing heart of our prosperity, with regulations that choke like iron chains. Oil and gas, the lifeblood of our economy, too coarse for Carney's Davos clique. Instead, they peddle windmills and solar panels, fickle trinkets that falter in the teeth of a Canadian winter. And for your shivering homes, Carney offers a heat pump, a wheezing contraption that mocks the frost at minus 20 degrees. But fear not Carney's comfort. His portfolio glows warm. Brookfield Asset Management, his financial fiefdom, profits from every sale of one of these devices. While you huddle in the dark, he counts his gold. The fiscal horizon is a wasteland. Carney's Liberals embrace deficits with the fervor of a lover, piling debt upon debt until the numbers blur into trillions. Your children, your children's children, they're the ones condemned to bear this yoke, toiling to pay for Carney's profligacy long after he's retreated to his gilded estate. Does he care? Not a whit. He's too busy clinking glasses with the global elite at climate summits, far from the working-class Canadians who can't afford bread, let alone gasoline. And freedom, oh, how it bleeds. Carney is no friend to liberty. He eyes the UK's Labour regime under Keir Starmer, where dissent is a crime, and hungers to mirror it. Canada teeters on the edge of a surveilled dystopia where a stray word could bring the state's wrath. Worse still, his fascination with central bank digital currencies and China's social credit system betrays a chilling ambition. Picture it. A digital dollar, tracking your every step, punishing the nonconformist. This is no fever dream. It is Carney's blueprint. He'll ban gas and diesel, forcing you into electric vehicles that mock rural roads and falter on cross-country treks. Try charging your mandated EV in Red Deer when the grid collapses, starved of the natural gas plants Carney deems unclean. Good luck. Godspeed. Then there's the woke gospel. Carney's unholy creed. His liberals will shove gender-affirming care for children down our throats. Damn the consequences. Biological males in women's prisons, shelters, crisis centers. Not an error, but a deliberate stroke of policy. The Safer Supply Scheme, handing addicts taxpayer-funded drugs as overdoses soar, will balloon. Because enabling despair is now kindness. Mass migration, unchecked and unyielding, will swamp our buckling infrastructure. Hospitals choke. Housing is a cruel mirage for the young. Yet Carney flings open the gates. Look across the Atlantic to Starmer's Britain. Services crumbling, crime surging, communities fractured beyond salvage. This is Canada's tomorrow. The voters, those boomer culprits, blindly checking the Liberal box out of habit, are the true saboteurs. They didn't research, didn't think, and now they'll reap the whirlwind. Carney's Liberals will come for their home equity with new taxes, and the carbon tax, already a bludgeon, will grow sharper, gouging every grocery bill, every utility, every tank of gas. But don't expect those voters to blink. Self-awareness is a scarce commodity among the Liberal faithful. They'll nod as Canada grows poorer, less free, more divided, sleepwalking through the wreckage. This is Canada's end. Not with a defiant roar, but a pitiful sigh. The West teeters on secession. Quebec eyes the door. And our economy suffocates under net zero fantasies and runaway debt. Our freedoms wither beneath a regime that worships control over conscience. Our social fabric, once sturdy, torn asunder by ideologies that exalt feelings over truth. All because too many Canadians couldn't be bothered to care. Young souls, heed this warning. Plot your escape, unless your ambition is to shuffle papers for Carney's machine. Alberta and Saskatchewan beckon, poised to become havens as the exodus swells. They'll need builders, carpenters, masons to house the fleeing. The rest of Canada? A sinking galleon. And the wise are already swimming to shore. Once a beacon of promise, this nation is now a fading ember, smothered by its own folly. Now, I could summon you to the barricades to sharpen your resolve for the next fight. But time, that merciless reaper, has outrun us. 4 more years of this unraveling, and what remains? The electorate, seduced by the left's saccharine lies, has forsaken liberty. They don't merely tolerate their chains, they embrace them. The majority, lulled by promises of security, welcome a future where dissent is crushed, control reigns, and the individual is but a speck beneath the state's iron heel. So here we stand, at the edge of the abyss. Canada as we know it, no more. The door creaks shut, the lights dim, and all that lingers is the cold, unyielding dark.